Hello everybody, this is Quantum Scout here, and today I'll be showing you a tutorial of how to make a realistic muzzle flash. So as you can see here, I'm in Sony Vegas 7 and I have my clip of me in a very dark room shooting my gun. I'm using a dark room so that you can see the lighting effects and environment interaction that a muzzle flash has, so it's better in a darker room for testing. So here's my clip of me pulling the trigger. I'm just going to get that point and then drag in a muzzle flash picture. You can Google search one and just bring in the muzzle flash picture and resize it. And then you want to grab the video effects tab here and select chroma key, and it'll come up with a range of options. Just choose any of them and drag it onto the clip, and you'll come up with this window. You want to click this button here and pick the colour from the screen that you want to get rid of, which is the black outline, and then you'll see just the muzzle flash remains. Then you want to click mask to see exactly what you've chroma keyed out, and you'll see this sort of fuzzy outline that you want to get rid of, and you can do that by playing with these lower and higher threshold keys selectors. And then you deselect the mask and you can get rid of that. Now you want to go into event pan crop, which is that little button there, and you'll come up with a window like this, and then you're going to want to resize and rotate the muzzle flash until you get it exactly into the position you want it, which is probably on the end of the gun. So I'm just doing that now. And then you can close that and continue. So now you're going to take the in and out points of the picture until it's only there when you want it there, so when you pull the trigger of the gun. Okay, so that would be okay for a very amateur film, but we're going to go a step further by adding environmental interaction. What that is basically the light that is cast on the people and the scenery around the muzzle flash when it's on the screen. So to do that, what we do is firstly we click this little button here that I'm about to press, and what that does is basically group the two tracks together and makes everything a bit easier for what's to come. So what you want to do is take the original footage and simply copy it into the track that you just grouped above, and make sure that it's all lined up. Now you simply click this button here on your copied footage, and you take it from source alpha to add. This will add brightness to your image so that it looks a little bit like this, as if someone's turned a light on. So here's with and without. With the opacity you can just see without, with, without. Now you only want this light to be here when the muzzle flash is actually on the screen, so it looks as if the muzzle flash is the source of the light. So you take your duplicated footage and move the in and out points until they're in line with the muzzle flash picture. And once you've done that, you have a sort of feasible light interaction, which looks okay for now, but we're going to go a step further. Basically, we're going to mask out only the areas where we think the light would hit. So you go into the event pan and crop. I'm just going to make this bigger for you. And if you have the proper Sony Vegas, then you should have a little mask button in the bottom left hand corner. Check that box and you'll come up with this window. Now masking can take a little getting used to, but once you're good at it, it can be a really useful tool. So we're going to start off by grabbing this anchor creation tool, and I'll show you what will happen when we create a mask. So if I just do a little box here, you'll see that it just lets in light where I've drawn this little box. So there you go. In the preview window you can see it there. If I move it around, you can see that it lets in light wherever the mask is, as you can see. So if I just delete this, and now I'm going to mask out the areas where I think the light would hit from the muzzle flash. So first, a little bit of my hand would probably be affected by the flash. This is probably the least important mask. So there you go. There's just a tiny bit there. Now it's pretty hard to see now, but you're just going to want to mask out the frontal area of your torso, like so. So you're going to want to follow the outline of your body as best as possible with your mask lines. So just reposition and keep moving around the anchor points until it's as best as you can get it. So now I'll do one for my face here. So again, try to follow the outline of your face as best as possible. The face is one of the hardest because of the nose and mouth, etc. So once that's in place, the next one you're going to want to do is one for the wall behind the muzzle flash. So just do a large oval around your gun, and that should be sufficient for now. As you can see in the preview window at the moment, the light doesn't really look like light. It's too sharp and defined. So what we do is we select the path of one of our masks and go to this feathering tool here, select out, and turn up the percentage until the light looks dissipated and more natural. So just watch the preview window. As you can see, it casts more of a glow rather than a sharp window. Keep playing with that until you get the settings you want. So once you've done that, simply exit the event pan crop and take a look at the effects you've created. You'll probably need to play with the settings quite a lot until you get something that looks really good. So for the next step, if you want to go even further, is to find some chroma keyable smoke. Then simply do pretty much exactly the same as what you did with the muzzle flash. Go to video effects, chroma key, and take out the black background so that you're left just with the smoke, like I've done here. Once you've perfected that, go into the event pan crop and reposition it till it comes out the gun, comes out the end of your gun. So here's the final effects a couple of times for you, and it looks okay for an amateur muzzle flash. Now all you really need to do is add in some realistic gunshot noises, or not so realistic in my case, and some awesome music, and you've got yourself an awesome muzzle flash. Thanks for watching, and I hope you make muzzle flashes far surpassing the ones shown today.